It's day 3 of Maryland turkey season, and I'm on my 3rd state ground. The other 2 didn't. We heard gobblers, Dave and I did, on my Saturday, and I saw 2 yesterday, but they were with hens, so there's no sense messing with them today. So I went to my 3rd piece of state ground. I'm here this morning. It's 10 after 6. We had rain come through last night. I'm standing back here in a lot of grown-up fields, just listening right now. Letting the turkeys decide which direction I go this morning. Beautiful moon. You can't see it now. Beautiful moon this morning. Oh. I'm going to listen for a few more crows. And whenever I hear them start to wake up, I'll crow call myself. I hooted twice on the way in. It's still dark, and nothing responded. So, I'll just keep listening, and hopefully hear something here soon, next half hour. Well, it's 6:30 now. I've crow called twice. Did some soft yelping. Nothing answered. So I got a plan. I'm going to strike up on this road above these fields and head out to some fields on top that are private, but there's public on each side of them. And I saw scratching up there when I was out here walking around. So I'll see what's up. It's probably half a mile, but I wanted to get this view. Beautiful. Beautiful morning after a rain. Well, very quiet. I haven't even heard anything that sounds like a turkey. So, it's 8:15, which isn't a bad thing. So, I guess if the boys have girls, they don't need to gobble. So, I need to find a guy that doesn't gobble until he has to. I am on just an old road here. It's overlooking a lot of, well, doesn't look like it's overlooking, but runs along this ridge. The ridge tops out at 2,000 feet. I guess I'm about 1,700. I'd like to be higher, but that might be for another day. Just gonna explore on this road. There's a big power line out here so far. I don't know, it's probably under a mile. So I'm just gonna keep walking this road and calling. Try and strike up a gobbler. Mid-morning gobbler. I gotta slow down. There's a big blow down here. Hang on a second. I'm struggling. Appropriate. I can see, I'm pretty elevated. I'm surprised that I didn't hear a gobbler out here this morning. So that tells me what you guys at home know. You don't even have to be here. That there's either no gobblers here or they're not gobbling right now. Walking an awful long way to find that out. So, alright. This one's pretty thick. I'm going to have to go ahead and put this down. And I see the power line. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down, crawl through this tangle. And about 10 minutes I'm going to have a Pop-Tart. So, hopefully I can go back with you with a hot bird. Well, I got moved around. Had a Pop-Tart and coffee. It's about 9:45. The wind's picked up. I'm going to go ahead and start calling and just sit here and probably spend the rest of the morning. He's in super thick stuff. I just believe he's just going to hang out. He's content to stay right in there and let the hens come into him. But hopefully he gets lonelier and lonelier as the morning goes on and has to come out and investigate. And when he does, he's going to see him and her on this side. In an ideal world, he's right over there. He's probably less than 100 yards, but in an ideal world, I'm hoping he comes out into these upper edge of this field up here and looks down into this corner and sees my setup and has to come down to investigate it. So I hope he sees the hen in the decoy gobbler. All right, I'm gonna sit back, start calling, and keep you posted. Well, it's 11:15. I've sat here for probably an hour and a half at least. Actually, 2 hours. And he hasn't gobbled at all. I haven't heard anything. It's been pretty gusty. So I'm going to strike out the direction that I believe he went, if he did follow hens, because from what I heard, the calling that I heard. And see if I can't find him again. I don't think he's up there. I mean, he very well could be setting up in all that, middle of that thicket there in an open area waiting for a hen to show up, but he's pretty tight-lipped, so he doesn't want to play today. Well, 12:05, around there, guns unloaded. I'm on my way back to the vehicle. Got to keep looking down here so I don't fall. I'm going to take the easy route back, not necessarily the shortest, but the easiest. Going to kind of backtrack to the fields. Oh, straight shot here, not too far. Okay, alright, so nothing happened with that gobbler. I have no idea what happened to him. I kind of made a circle around him whenever I went striking out at 11. And that's just, that ground in there is just crazy. He must have followed the hens. I heard some hens to my left. That bank is really steep. He was on a little saddle. And to my right, it dumps into fields, and to the left, it's just like super steep hollow. And he must have went into that super steep hollow and followed those hens. I don't know. That's woods looking for water, I guess. Who knows? Leaving me, obviously. So I ran into two guys up on top, way up on top, out. Oh my, it's hard. I'll have to do a waypoint how far I am today and how far I walked. I went pretty far today. A couple miles. I'll have to see. But I talked to two guys. They were up on top. They didn't look like they were walking on the roads and hunting. They weren't gonna really. They didn't look like the kind of guys that would run up over a hill for a gobbler to get in position. But you never know. They could be die-hard guys. Surprise me. But we're sharing the ground. There's one gobbler in here. This seems more of a tough hunting. Seems more of a, if you don't get him, you might as well jump in the car and go somewhere else. But you got a half-hour walk to get to where he was today from your vehicle. So you're looking at probably half mile. That's an awful long way to go, but I guess if you want to kill a gobbler, he'll be ready. The question is, who's going to be the guy that's here when he's ready? So, well, that's enough rambling. I'm going to pay attention to where I'm walking and head out of here and go home. Lick my wounds and get ready for the next time. All right. Later.